My name is Jan Stewart and I'm with Lucy Hunter, and we're both practitioner members of the BFVEA. But Lucy is particularly interested in working with children.
Okay.
And I expect, did this start just because you were a mum, Lucy?
So it started really once I had my children, they were growing up. I noticed that there were all sorts of problems, like my son was very impatient, always rushed ahead. He was always pushing. I've got twins, so he was always pushing his daughter his sister, out of the way. And then there were tantrums, masses, and having twins as well, both at the same time. That could be quite challenging. And other little things that I wanted to help them, but I didn't want to take them to the doctors, or I didn't really know what else to do. So I started doing a bit of research, and I came across flower essences. I'd heard of homeopathy, and I'd actually used homeopathy a little bit with the children, but using it myself, I wasn't terribly confident, because I'd heard that if you give the wrong dose, then they might have a reaction. So with flower essences, I thought they were totally safe to use, and it's something I could do as a mother.
Yes.
I felt empowered to be able to look after my own children and help them, and I would put it in their water, and I would notice that very quickly, particularly with tantrums, that it would really calm everything down. So, I was a bit sceptical at first, but then seeing with children how quickly it would change. So yes, I was sort of convinced, and that's where it started, really.
So you treated children individually with essences that you just bought from shops?
Yes, I'm lucky enough to live near Tunbridge Wells, and there's Helios Pharmacy there, so I would go in there and I'd look at all the books, and you can buy all the essences in there. So I bought a whole set of the healing herbs. I just thought, if I've got them all there, then I can sort of work out which ones. I bought a book as well. But in those days, I was doing it in my head and not really intuitively. I was reading what I needed to.
You were learning with the children.
Yeah, exactly. They were teaching. Really, I think they were teaching me.
Right.
So it was a big learning curve, but it was helping them as well. So.
And I believe you can use essences with the family in a general way. Tell me about that.
Yes, that's right. Well, when I actually, because I went on to train, I loved it so much, and I saw the effect that it was having. So I did actually. I'm a Flower Essence practitioner, but when I was doing my training, it was Anne Callahan actually from Indigo Essences. She talked about. I think she was working with somebody. I can't remember exactly, but she talked about getting a bowl and putting some water in it, and then getting every family member, even the dog, because you can kind of get them to, you can put them out, and then the dog will actually be drawn to a particular one. But the thing about essences and children is children are so intuitive. You don't, they know, they can pick up on the vibration, so they just go to what they want. So giving them the opportunity, and your husband or wife or whoever is in your family, so everyone picks an essence, puts it in the bowl, and it sort of sends the ripples out through, and you forget it's there, but it can really change the atmosphere, and it's a lovely thing to do as a family as well, so that everyone has their voice, because sometimes I think children don't feel mum and dad are telling them what to do, but they don't feel that they've got a say in anything, so it's giving them that opportunity as well. I think quite empowering for them.
So how long ago did you start working with the children with this? Is it some years?
Oh yeah, well my children, I've got twins, as I said, and they are nearly 17, so I probably started myself working when they were probably, I don't know, about 9, 10, but then I started getting a bit more serious. I started training when they were 13.
And have they continued? Because they're getting adult now.
Yes.
Are they continuing to use them?
This is quite interesting. My daughter, not so much, and I think that's a slight sort of mum-daughter thing.
An independence.
Yes, it's like, yes, and I'm
thing.
sure she will come back to it. But my son has continued to use them throughout, and he's very intuitive with them now, and he will just, I've got some on a window ledge, and he will choose what he needs when he needs it. He will put it in a glass, and he will just help himself. So that's quite good.
For some mums out there who are hearing, gosh, I can do something about the tantrums, the teenagers.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So what would you advise them to do? How to start, would you say?
Well, I mean, the first thing to do is to look online. I mean, to look on the BFVEA website, because there's lots of information on there and people that they can contact to give them some more information, or they can look in books or go to a pharmacy like Helios. I don't know whether there's anything like that.
Well, health food shops.
A health food shop, yes.
Often contains some ranges.
That's right.
So
And just
you
pick
can
up,
look
just
at.
go and look at them and just pick out one they're drawn to and see what happens. Or taking the children as well. That's the other thing.
And I think the most important thing is the safety of them.
They're totally
with,
safe, yes.
and you can use them with babies.
Absolutely,
You can use them if the children have any other medications and things.
And you can't make a mistake, because if you don't need it, it's not going to do anything. So you don't have to worry. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.